While my first review of the Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses focused more on the actual product and the design and features, this one I want to really focus and hone in more on the AI features and how some changes have made that more useful, but also some parts that are lacking in the AI experience of the visual contextual part of it. I also want to talk a little bit about the future of these and how AR and VR are starting to mix now. And we can see that with the Project Orion, but there's some more interesting tech that I think might be coming and could be really useful for a form factor like these. So let's get into it. Now, from my last video that I complained about the dark glasses, I did switch to these photochromic versions that turn a little bit red and get a little darker when you go outside, but are still usable at nighttime like it is now. So I think the AI falls into kind of two categories, and there's really the task-oriented stuff and then the more LLM-based stuff, the large language model stuff. And so I kind of broke it down into a few topics that we can go into and see how it performs for those. Now, one thing I didn't talk about in my full review is for blind or visually impaired people. I had a few people comment on my video that this is a very useful tool, but for the visual contextual stuff, this is potentially a very useful thing for blind people. I'll give a little example that I saw the other day on Instagram here about someone talking about the product.
I'm blind and I've been using these Ray-Ban Meta glasses for about 6 months now, and I love them. These are the transition lenses, so they get darker in the sunlight, which is amazing because I'm light sensitive. Not only can I take phone calls and use them to listen to voiceover discreetly while out in public, but I can also use them like my dash cam to take pictures and videos of all the crazy shit that happens to me. And not only that, but they're amazing for those who are blind or low vision, because you can use the glasses to ask Meta AI about almost anything that it sees, and you can get pretty specific with the questions too. Hey Meta, look, what section of the store is this?
This is the dog treats section.
Hey Meta, look, what kind of treats are these?
The package says Red Barn Protein Puffs Training Treats. It's a high-protein treat for dogs, made with natural ingredients and no artificial preservatives or flavors.
Oh, that sounds nice. These glasses have been life-changing and truly improved the way I'm able to interact with the world around me. And not only that, but they're way cheaper than any accessibility aid that's designed for the blind that can do the same thing or less. And I'm excited to see this technology improve.
Now, there are some task-oriented updates. So you can now do search reminders, and you can then ask it like a reminder regarding something, and it should contextually be able to give you that answer. In the version 10.0, it's a 010R for the Wayfarer model here. They added QR code scanning, so we can test that a little bit. Hey Meta, read this QR code.
QR info sent to your phone.
Then they also added song finding. Hey Meta, listen and tell me what song I'm listening to. Covered up here.
The song you're listening to is show number 650 samples. Classic Express Legend Radio.
Okay, so that doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if it's, I mean, it's clear you can see what a song I'm playing, but maybe it's pulling from some metadata on a playlist on my phone or something. And then you also have the option to send voice with video. You can also do stuff like WhatsApp Messenger, send messages. You can do videos to your story, and you can do general queries all through the glasses without having to touch anything. Hey Meta, look and tell me what car this is.
Yeah, okay. All right.
This is a BMW convertible, likely an E46 Generation 3 Series model.
Wow, okay. Hey Meta, what car's in front of me?
The car in front of you appears to be a sedan or SUV.
Hey Meta, what sort of dog is in front of me?
I can't do that on your glasses.
And they will listen a little bit after activation, so that you don't need to be kind of saying, hey Meta again, or look Meta. And also in the latest update that I just got, you don't have to say look Meta anymore. It's kind of nice when you're like, hey Meta, look and tell me. It's just kind of redundant. If you just say, hey Meta, what is this? It should visually and contextually know what you're talking about because it's looking at what you're looking at. Another YouTuber, David Manning, did a pretty good AI overview as well, where he talks about some issues about censorship and how when he asked questions, he got some form of a censorship And I'll link that here so you can check that out too if you want to see it. And then finally, this is one that I've kind of been interested in because I think this could be a very useful travel tool if you're visiting a country that you speak none of the language and maybe you want to just like translate a sign. So let's give that a quick test and see how that goes. Hey Meta, translate this sign for me.
This sign is warning people to be careful of a dog. It translates from Spanish as beware of the dog. Always confirm election information with trusted sources.
What? I never asked about the election. Now, I mentioned that there's a technology I think that could see their way into these. As we've seen with the Orion, it's clearly pushing towards the Meta Quest 3 or 3S, merging with the smart glasses. And so the Orion is kind of that, but an AR solution. Mark has mentioned that they're trying to miniaturize that still before it comes to market. And if you look at them, they look pretty chunky. These actually look like actual glasses. So I'm guessing they want to wait until they can get them looking like a normal pair of glasses. But I was reading up on some interesting sound technology. And while, these smart glasses do have much better sound than the Stories, the previous version, and by far they're the best sound in the smart glasses kind of realm, there is a technology. In 2022, Sonos acquired a speaker company from the Netherlands for $100 million called Might. They fundamentally redesigned a few key aspects of the speaker, which in turn allows the speaker to be much smaller and more power efficient. While we haven't seen the tech licensed outside of Sonos, I think this tech will eventually make its way into other devices besides the new Sonos Arc Ultra, particularly in wearables like the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses or earbuds. I'll be testing the new Arc Ultra soon, but from what I've researched, the increase in the amount of speakers allows for a much better surround effect as well. So I think that's something that will be really apt for wearables like this. Even Audis now offer Sonos sound systems. Also, if you're watching this right after this video is posted, these are definitely gonna go on sale soon. Next Friday is Black Friday, and then Cyber Mondays after that, and then holiday deals. So I'll leave a link to this specific model if you're interested in picking up a pair, but these are kind of a newer version. Now, just in general, the Meta AI, as of September, so like pretty much a month ago, they released the Llama 3.2 model, and there are some changes here that I'll just quickly list. There are different AI voices, a lot of celebrities here that I'll list, and now it can apparently answer questions about your photos and edit them in new ways. And then they are also pushing new AI tools for business. So we'll see if there are any businesses that can integrate this technology. I could imagine it being very useful for like assembly line workers or something where it can kind of see what they're doing and give them help if they need. But yeah, after 1 year, it seems like they are working on the AI. I would not buy these 100% if you just want the AI. It's kind of like a nice feature to have, but what I really use them for most is just like having the music and the open ear design, and then occasionally having a camera if you have a candid moment that you just want to snap. And the AI I've found useful in a handful of situations, but not a ton of them. The translation is something I think that if they really hone that in, could be like a selling point for these glasses. Still been pretty impressed with the battery life, and I've never had them die in a session that I'm using them for. I will typically put them back in before the couple hours, 3 hours, 4 hours that it takes for it to die when I'm actually using it. They do keep releasing new variations, and I believe they even have a new like shape of the Wayfarer, the headliner, and then there's like another one I think. But yeah, good to see them actively working on the product, and it's definitely going to be an interesting space, like I said, because of what the Orion has teased. If there are any other AI things you want me to test, leave them below. But I hope this was helpful for you in evaluating whether the AI is up to your needs. If you'd like to see my previous review of the Meta Smart Glasses, you can check that out here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.